Tuesday again. Welcome. Welcome everyone. I'm an hour early today because I have some extra time. So I'll probably at least stay 2 hours to the regular 8 o'clock hour. But if we're chilling and having a good time, who knows? Maybe I'll stay later. But that's the plan right now. I have no movies to watch. Just here to chat. I am multi-streaming again. This time I'm testing Twitch vertical, which I think it looks pretty good. I think I have that chat. What's up with this? What's going on? I was going to eat dinner, but then I had to do some errands. So all I have right now is jerky, cookies, and M&Ms. So there's that. I'm good. It's been a busy 2 days at work, but I got in early, so I was able to get out early. Tomorrow shouldn't be too bad, but I have to pick something up at noon, which I really wish I was able to pick it up today, but I'll have to go into work, do a little bit of work, then stop, then go pick something up, then go back to work, and then ship some other stuff out. So tomorrow, I'll probably be done with like my first phase of the warehouse early. But then by the time I get back to the warehouse for the second time, I'll be there a little later, but at least I could get some lunch. What is going on, True? It's junk food night again, but I can't always heat up a little burrito. Apparently, I do have one viewer on Twitch, but I don't know. Twitch has a lot of settings. So look, Matthias and True, my subathon chat. Thank you, True. It was the Kind Assassin's idea, and then we just threw it together quick. But yeah, she knows what to do. I didn't want to buy too much stuff. I was thinking of buying a lot of stuff, but since we're moving soon, I was like, we could just do something simple. Plus, I have the lights, which help. True says, we're your biggest fans. But who's the true Matthias? That you should change your YouTube name to True Matthias. Oh, Matthias is going to get the ASMR again. I should have had milk with these cookies, but I only have water. I'm probably going to make a coffee later. Twitch is so weird. It's like we are kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Twitch is set where you could live stream there at a certain bit rate. It's like, this is what you should do. And then those are the numbers that I used. And now it's like my live is unstable there because the bit rate is too high. And the bit rate is exactly what they told me it should be. So I don't know. I did not try to bomb hot sauce. I am not trying that for free. I don't really like stuff that's super hot. So, I don't know. We'll see. I would prefer for the first time be like on a live stream. Let me see something. Now I gotta see if I could change the bit rate for this one. This is getting annoying. Okay. So that's not it. Once again, me always doing stuffs. So I think I can. Let me see if I make this 5,000. Let's see what happens. I don't know if that actually did anything. Refresh that. Oh, you guys had your chance on Friday to get me to eat that for cheap. There's a new goal from now on. As you can see on the top, if I could get a total of $100 in Super Chat, I'll do it. Well, there we go. 5,000 actually worked better. That's weird. My stream health is excellent. And that's all I need to know. I can't do stuff for cheap. I had that wheel all set up. Nobody showed up. Like I said in the chat, I cried heavily. $100 and I'll do the one chip challenge with that hot sauce. That doesn't mean you have to send me $100. It means that we get a lot of people on these live streams and a whole bunch of people give me $1, $2. Once I get to 100, I'll eat it. I got to do self-preservation now. Everyone gets once a quarter to pay $5 to make me do something dumb. Now we're on my terms. I don't think I have 2 Twitch viewers. Hello on Twitch. You might be lurking like, what the hell is going on here? Damn, I don't know if I can eat all these cookies now. My YouTube stream health is fine, so that is good. Everything is good. Everything is awesome. Damn, I never realized just how good plain M&Ms are until I've eaten peanut M&Ms for months, and then I finally go back to have a plain one. They're good. Did you order your food yet, True? I really hope everyone shows up tonight. I need hugs. Matthias says, did you know we have chocolate sprinkles on bread? I like the sound of that. You're not going to eat till after the stream? Well, I shouldn't say anything. I'm not eating, and I could usually go a while without eating if I'm doing something else. You're probably playing Palea, so. That's probably why the children are most happy. Probably. Man, the last episode of The Good Place was so good. It was crazy. Poor Cheaty. Now that I'm looking at my vertical stream layout for Twitch, it needs to be beefed up. I was in Best Buy the other day, and I don't have the money for it right now, but there are so many like PC gaming handhelds Like, I know you have the Steam Deck, but then like Asus makes one, Lenovo makes one. There are so many. I was like, if I ever bought one, which one should I get? None of them actually have really good battery life, though. Thea says, the kind assassin is so funny when she's tipsy. She's awesome regardless. That's why I love her. Everybody loves her. It was funny how, and I say this playfully, but she sometimes feels bad how the last hour or two, she basically took over the live stream to play Coral Island. But it was fun. I was tired. True says I should get a Steam Deck. I don't even know what the difference is between all of them. I need someone like, I bet you either Chris knows all about that stuff, or probably, maybe Boom. I don't know. Boomhauer might not. He's not huge into video games, but Chris would definitely know. She felt bad because technically it was my stream, but she likes to go live and she likes to do stuff like that, but not often. So sometimes I don't bug her, but I'm just like, oh, you should do this and do live. Like, she likes to do it when she is ready to do it. So she must have been in the mood to go live because she was having fun. Thank you, Lathias. We do too. You guys are great. I really do like these strip lights. They have a lot of presets too. Like, you could do Christmas and stuff like that. It's pretty dope. Drew says there are comparison videos for all the major consoles. Yeah, I could always check it. But sometimes I like to have a conversation, with all of the internets and Twitters and being on your phone looking stuff up. Sometimes I do like talking to people and asking them questions. It's like sometimes when you're on social media and someone asks a question and someone's like, why don't you just Google it? Like, yeah, I could easily Google something, but sometimes I want to have a conversation with someone and I don't want to Google it. Gotta figure out, I don't know, True or Lathias, I highly doubt do either of you use Twitch? That is I'm guessing 99% of the people live stream video games on Twitch. Lathias says talking to people. Twitch is cool. It has a lot of features. The interface is confusing, but I'm just doing it for fun and for tests. That's about it. I think if I do it again, I might stretch out my entire canvas to fit the vertical rather than have it the way I do for TikTok, because TikTok is different. TikTok leaves the chat on the bottom, so you have to have like a space on the bottom so you can see it. But Twitch doesn't do that. So we'll see. Oh, did you guys see this? I posted a picture. You guys, I don't know when, speaking of live streams, but at some point, maybe next week or in a couple of weeks, we're gonna go live and put that together. And it's funny. So I think you both might have been on when we put together the little one that's over there. And I think we were on for over an hour, and that one's like 80 pieces. So I was laughing. We bought this one at 625 pieces. So this one might take a little bit. The microphone is in the way. It's a Lego TIE bomber. This one comes with Vice Admiral Sloan, Darth Vader, TIE Bomber pilot, and a Gonk droid. So there's that. The choice I was choosing between two. It was either that one or Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi version, when he's like stopping the train with his webs. They have a Lego of that. And then there was the Millennium Falcon, which was a little bit smaller than this one, but I figured we'd do this one. When I was going through the Lego stuff, I was looking for like most bang for the buck. So if there's like a Lego set, say it's $50 and it has like 500 pieces, but then there's a Lego set that's like $55 and it has 900 pieces, I would rather pay $4 more for 400 more pieces. That's how my brain thinks in Legos. That would be cool if everyone did that, or that the puzzle we've been working on for months. We haven't actually worked on it in months, but we've done a bunch of puzzles. And then we started another one, but we're usually good where we get, every time we try to put them together, like we get through a lot each night. And this one just had us stumped for some reason. So we kind of put it away for a while, but maybe we'll pick it back up. Like a puzzle would be good to do, like all this stuff. Like when you have a lot of people on stream and a lot of people are talking, it's good to do something like that, because even though you might go 20 minutes without even finding a piece to put in, there's so many people talking that at least you're kind of like talking nonstop to everyone. But when there's not a lot of people, it's just like crickets, because you're just watching someone put something together, not doing a good job of it. But got to do that. I haven't done trivia night in a while. That I want to do again. I kind of want to do a live stream, but it's hard because I don't know who's going to show up every week. Like if I was guaranteed that I knew who was showing up, we could do those trivia nights like I used to do with everyone. Though it is difficult, I know, because some internet has lag. For some reason, it seems like my stream is like 7 seconds behind for true rather than everyone else. Like it seems like you get my stream later than everyone. So it's really tough. It's hard to be fair when you're doing a remote trivia like that. But that was fun. And then I still have the trivia questions for when I want to do the trivia like with people here. But I don't have enough people. One day. I still haven't linked up with Jeff to give him the pop that he won. Oh, I am going to give away a couple more things. I don't think tonight, because I didn't tell anybody that I was going to do it tonight. They're little things, and I don't remember where I put them. I had them somewhere. I think they might be in here. All right. So these, I guess they're called bag clips. I might want to give away my Fantastic Four bag clips of Reed Richards and Thing, Ben Grimm. That would be cool. And then the other thing is another pop. Maybe I'll give away this Captain Marvel pop. That would be neat. And that's something I would do on the live. When someone joins, I put them on the spin wheel because that's too small of a giveaway to do on the website. Oh, you don't know? It's Captain Marvel from Marvel Comics. In the movies, it is portrayed by Brie Larson. But that's the comic book version. Well, that sounds like someone's trying to get in my apartment. So, and I still haven't got my 4Ks of Fantastic Four and Superman. Been having to do other things, but then I'll give away those digital codes. And here we are. The other thing about dinner, I'm not in the mood for anything. So even though I was hungry, I was kind of like really hungry at 5:30 before I did some errands. But when I'm not in the mood for anything, I don't know what I want to eat. And then I just don't eat. Like I love pizza, but I've had so much. I'm not in the mood for pizza. I'm not in the mood for burgers. I don't know what the hell I'm in the mood for. Breakfast maybe, but I don't feel like cooking. Oh man. Whatever. do. Oh crap. I hit something. I don't know what I hit. All right, I'm back. Spam and rice with eggs actually does sound good. There aren't any Jollibee around here, but when I used to live in Anaheim, there was a Jollibee kind of right up the block. Matthias says yesterday he really wanted pancakes, and then when it was dinner time, he had it and he was like, meh. They were good, but it was still a shame. Yeah, I hate that. Or sometimes, I'm sure everyone goes through this, where you're really like, you were craving pancakes. So this has happened to me with pancakes, where I really want pancakes and I really want a certain restaurant's pancakes because I love them so much. And you go and they're not good. You know, sometimes you just don't get good food. Like you could eat somewhere and always have good food, and then you go to the same chain, but in a different location, and it's not. That's the worst. I'm like ready to dig in. I'm like, I'm going to eat 30 pancakes today. And then they bring them out and they're just like you said, meh. And then you just don't even want to eat anymore. That is a pain. Have either of you spoken to Chris or Shira or Kira lately? Matthias says he can't handle the fact that his favorite pancake place closed a week ago. Oh, that sucks. They're going to build what? A theme park? Or like a park for people? True says nope. Oh, man. Well, I know Kira is probably, I don't know, I haven't been in school in a while or college, so I don't know the terms, but she was doing her thesis, right? And she was like 5 hours away from being completed. So I'm guessing maybe like if she has a semester, it would have just started. So maybe it's just like she's swamped. Althea said, a literal park, just some greenery. Parks are nice though. True says her favorite pizza place closed down during COVID. That sucks. There are so many places around here. We found some like good places to eat, and we eat there a lot. You know, when you find some place that you know the food is good, you go there a lot. And then, you know, every once in a while you'll try something different. And there's been a couple of places where we see it, we're like, oh, we'll try this place. And then kind of like when we're almost, oh, we should try this out. It's closed. Like, I hate when that happens, when we don't get to eat at a restaurant, and then the time we want to go, it's closed. Lithia says nothing else. They're removing a roundabout and connecting two parks to each other, for which the quite small building has to go. It's already an incredibly green area. It's Amsterdam. It's around the outer canal. There's no reason why this famous pancake place should go. I mean, they're not moving. I would assume, I don't know how it works, but a city can't just tear down anything. Like if you're there, I guess they could say when your lease is up, they're not going to renew it, then you have to leave. Like that makes sense. So they're not like that pizza place isn't going to move anywhere. They're just closing. Eminent domain. I wonder if anything still has eminent domain. It's not like people care anymore. They'll just knock down whatever they want to knock down, right? Lithia says it's not a monumental place, so the government has power to remove it if the lease ends. Oh, I would think that the place would just find a new location. Unlike most things within the outer canal ring. That sounds kind of your outer canal ring. Yeah, I don't think I'm eating any more cookies. Probably because I ate 3 before the live started. So I might just get one of these Slim Jim. Oh, great. Nope, this is the one I'm eating because I tore it apart. I'll probably be eating both, to be honest. This one might have opened too. No, that one's good. Snap into a Slim Jim. Lithia says it wasn't a full giggity. Five shots. Lithia said I'm probably eating both if I'm honest. That'll get a double. That was good. Oh, man. Everyone is missing this gold. Internet gold. I think True just hasn't seen it yet. Once she sees what you wrote, she'll laugh. But yeah, these cookies got to go. They're really good too. But I've eaten so many of them. The smell is getting to me. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Do you like my little ghost? He's not a scary ghost. Oh, my God. True says she likes the ghost. It's cute. It's a trick or treat bag. We got everything at like the 99-cent store or Dollar Tree, whatever it's called. Thea says we all have eaten a lot of delicious cookies. Oh, God. Thea's on timeout. It's funny that you could put users in timeout. It's still, oh shit, what did I just do? It's still funny that the only person to ever be put on timeout is William. Matthias says, hey, I was in the Family Guy vibe. That's why I laughed. William, I don't remember exactly, but William, who is a friend, he's my friend, can be a pain in the ass sometimes, and he does it on purpose, like in a funny way. So I put him in timeout. Kira, we missed you on Friday. Now, this is due to the kind assassin traveling and me being alone and having a lot of time. So I figured I would just go an hour early. True. William sounds like he's a good kid. He's a good kid. You probably remember him. He's not on as much as he was like a couple of years ago, but we did miss you on Friday on the subathon. We watched Terminator. We watched Transformers 1. We watched a little bit of Tommy Boy. The Kind Assassin played Coral Island at the end. I think we were on for 8 hours. We have definitely missed you. So now the only person we haven't heard from in a while is Shira. Oh man. Now I can't even eat any more M&Ms. We'll see how late I stay on. Normal 7 to 8. I'm on at 6. Do I stay on till midnight? Who knows? I don't think I could sit here for like that long. I might have to switch to the computer in the living room, but whatever. Oh yeah. Well, Chris was on. He was on Tuesday, right? But I don't think Shira was on the past 2 Tuesdays. Kira says, things were insane last week. Things were said. Acts were committed. Oh, shit. See, this is where I wish, like, you had a live stream so we could hear about this. Oh, my phone is warm when it charges. I don't think any of my alerts worked. I hate when that happens. Why did my alert not go off? They worked here. They did not work on the other place. Interesting. Kira says she saw Shira today on someone's stream, but she was only there a short time. Shira's cheating on us. Well, you saw her, so she's cheating on me. Matthias says, titty diddy diddy dee diddy diddy dee. We need Kira time. What was said and what was committed? Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you saw her and I'm glad she's doing well. I saw there's a feature on YouTube mobile. If you go live just on the mobile app, there's a button you could click and you can invite someone else to go live with you. That's pretty cool. Kira says, is Boom not due to visit? Boom, well, Boom is usually, we've been live now for 30 minutes and he's probably at work still. I don't think he gets home, he said, till a little bit after 7. So we'll probably see him in like 45 minutes. No, he's on a vacation anymore. I think he came back 3 weeks ago. Boom was on. I played video games last night. I was getting frustrated. I needed someone to pull me off the ledge, but Boom was on last night. I am. I'm going to build that. Me and the Kind Assassin are going to build it live. Not sure when, but we are. I can't wait because the last time we did the little Mandalorian one, and I was saying earlier, I think it was 90 pieces. And when we did it, we were like, oh my God, this is taking forever. And this TIE bomber is 625 pieces. So it's going to take a little bit longer than an hour. But it should be fun because we had fun putting together the other one. I think we just tried a little bit too hard having the camera coming from the top. I think that was overkill. I don't think we're going to do that this time. Kira says, True Seattle was hanging out. Oh, at True was hanging out with friends of mine when I made my views of the orange turd known too loudly, so had some conservatives get in my face. That's what happens when people who don't think they're in a cult are actually in a cult. And they're like, I'm not in a cult. Dummies, big dummies. Kira says they're lucky I didn't take liberties with their junk using a broken beer bottle. Ooh. Damn, that would have been fun. And she doesn't even drink. Kira may be the only... Well, I don't know. I don't remember about Shira, but Kira, you don't drink. Do you do fun edible stuff like Boom and True and Matthias? I think Matthias smokes. Or are you like, what do they call it? Clean edge? Is that the word? Oh, there is. Well, for Prop 50, there's, I think, 2 weeks till Election Day. Kira says they just got their ballots for midterms coming up. I haven't gotten my midterm ballot yet, just my prop ballot. Kira says she doesn't drink or take edibles, but thinking it might help till the end of 2028. Yeah, I'm not... I don't like smoking anything. I just don't like smoking. Though weed would probably really help. But again, I just not a fan of just smoking. But edibles do help. Just got to always make sure not to find out the hard way about like how much you could take. Because a couple of times I just didn't microdose first. And yeah, I was not in a good place. I was like knocked out. Matthias says, this year for his elections, he has no idea who would be best. That's terrible. Matthias for prime minister. You should be not a private investigator, but you take such good pictures. You should go around catching like prime ministers and elected officials in like crude acts, like a paparazzi, but for good. Kira says, even the worst options for your country's prime minister would be better than what we have. Bingo. Bingo. That would be cool, though. I'd love to see Matthias sneaking around with a camera. Yeah, we should start like the good TMZ, where we don't go after celebrities. We just go after bad people. Kira says, no, Matthias would pass the law making it mandatory to sleep in coffins rather than beds. I would not doubt it. I ain't denying it. He'd probably have some crazy laws put into place or try to. He would definitely put something in for not pulling over bicycle riders in the middle of the night. Lathia says, that's a theme in my country. A few years ago, there was a big scandal where a camera guy captured a page while someone was walking past with her documents and it said function elsewhere. Regarding to politician, aka they were trying to get him another position. That's crazy. But yeah, that's like the good stuff. If you don't have one already, we'll get you a nice zoom lens. That's what I'm talking about. I could see that. Yeah, I could see why that was picture of the year. Kira says, the fact that all other proper countries are just sitting there with wine and popcorn watching things. Like, help us somehow. Could use all the help we could get. Forgot what I was doing. Dun, 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 dun. We're waiting for... Oh no, True actually did already tell me what she's eating for dinner, which sounds pretty good. Salad with mozzarella balls. Thea says he can house some of us if you're nice. Like if people flee, we'll all pack in there. I don't need a bed. I'll sleep on the floor. Women and children, you know, that's how it goes. So everyone else could get the comfort. I could sleep in the bathtub. That'll work. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, man. Damn, sometimes I can't whistle. Kira said mozzarella balls. Not sure if I should put those in my mouth. Kira is back with a vengeance right now. With a vengeance. And True is missing all this good stuff. Yeah, the pro tip, it's balls you should. Oop, the Kind Assassin is back in New York. Work event tonight, which is cool. Kira says she's glad she didn't jump on exactly at 7. We are too. True's like, I'm here. Well, I think you might need to share some balls with Kira because I think she doesn't mind those ones. Oh. Speaking of, when do we change the time? That's in December, right? Kira says, usually she just ignores YouTube until scheduled streams are set to start. For some reason, I feel like my alerts don't go out. Lathea says, hey, and we're all forgetting about how I love balls. Lathea, you could have some too. Why not? November 5th? I think November 5th is election day, right? Or is that November 15th? I don't know anything. I know winter is in December. I don't know. True said mozzarella balls are the best kind of balls. They are. We had some here a couple of days ago. This is funny. I had to eat a lot of mozzarella balls in a very short period of time because we found they're expensive, but we found one that was like $2 because it was, the expiration date was coming soon. So I was like, I can't pass up $2 or whatever. So yeah, I had to eat a lot of them. Bitterballen are the best ball. I don't know what a bitterballen is. Google it. It's some traditional Dutch food, but it's actually better than it sounds. Bitterballen. Kira says she does miss a nice big meatball. My friend's mom used to make amazing meatballs. Yeah, my mom, she passed away a long time ago. Like, it's almost going to be 20 years. Jesus. But man, I miss her food. She made, still to this day for me, the best meatballs I've had. They're good. The type where you have to cut them up to eat them. With some real good tomato sauce. That's a spicy meatball. Lathea says it's like a traditional snack in a bar or when chilling. Just get some bitterballen. Probably not a challenge for Lathea's. I don't think Lathea's cuts his balls before he puts them in his mouth, though. I think he just goes for the gusto. I'm going to Google it on my phone. My computer's right here, but bitter ballin'. Oh. Thick gravy-like filling, typically made with beef, veal, or shrimp. So it's like a jalapeno popper just with meat and not jalapenos. Deep fried, thick, creamy filling. All right, now I think we know why Lathea's might like these. Where is this live stream going? Lathea's is like, hey now. Oh God, I'm on a roll. He said, oh no. I do implore anyone who is actually watching this on Twitch to switch over to YouTube because it's crazy in this chat. Oh my God, too funny. Too funny. True. I told you everyone had 1 day, 8 hours to get me on the cheap. Lathea says, this stream is going down south faster than when I see a cute guy and my eyes drift off to a certain region. Damn, Lathea. I'll just put myself on mute and we'll just let Lathea talk for 2 hours. We'll see how quickly this goes off the rails, because I think we're kind of still on the rails right now. If you ask me. Lathea says he needs to sleep soon. Sleep is the cousin of death. The rails are there, yes. And Lathea is level 14. It's been a while since people leveled up. I need the applause. I guess it makes it more difficult to level up the higher you get. I don't even know how it works, to be honest. True says she was waiting for you to get drunk before doing some dares, but you never got drunk. Who said I wasn't drunk? I dropped over the past like 3 years of my live stream or 2 years. I've dropped plenty of hints. Not even really hints. I probably said multiple times, I don't get wasted drunk. I just get tired. Like no one could ever tell. Well, I don't go to the bar anymore, but when I used to, no one could tell that I was drunk. I would be wasted. I would just be like quiet and sleepy. Kira says, Manny Jacinto is going to be doing an audio erotica book. I have to get that when it comes out. That's funny because the last episode of The Good Place I watched is when he gets married to Janet and he rips his sleeves off in front of Eleanor, and Eleanor's like, yummy. Kira says, yeah, Steve could be drunk right now. You wouldn't. No one would know. You said you were just tipsy. You can't always believe what I say. Like, I was probably, actually, when you asked me, I was probably after the second drink, and I had 9. Like you had me drink 9 shots, and I think I was tipsy like after 2 or 3. So by the time I got through 9 of them, yeah. Yeah, we only had one wheel spin, and what was I don't remember what it landed on. Oh, it landed on show the last meme in your phone. Yeah. True says, you said you were. Oh, I just read that already. I could be drunk right now. I just read the same thing twice. Althea says, Steve Villain confirmed. Can't trust what I say. I'm not secretly plotting to destroy Earth. I've heard this before. I'm not going to fall for it again. Kira says, oh, his marriage to Janet was hilarious. Was that the episode of Chidi's final moments? Yes, and it was so sad. I don't know if you've seen the reaction video yet, but the one thing that I said that kind of puts into perspective how good this show is, to me anyway, people might disagree, is that if they did something where like episode 1, they introduced the characters and showed how they died, Chidi's death would have been so corny and so like I might have just not watched. But I'm glad they didn't show it until episode 10 when we got to know these characters, because that it makes so much sense and it's so tragic. Like I said, if it was episode 1, I would have laughed like, oh, that's silly. But in episode 10, it's like, God, like the one thing, like Chidi is so good at something, meaning his ethics. Like he's such a good person. And the one thing that has nothing to do with ethics, it's just he has anxiety and he's indecisive and he can't make a decision to save his life. And they go through the episode like just explaining it, and you're like, oh man, Chidi, like that's crazy. And then all he had to do, like he could have taken 25 minutes to pick a bar, or 26 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 10 minutes to pick a bar. But they were there for 30 minutes and he died. I'm like, oh my God, all he had to do was pick a bar. She asked me twice how drunk you were on a scale of 1 to 10 and you never answered. That should have been your clue. Kira said he hit the AC unit. That's what loosened it. Just dumb karma that it fell on. True says, next time your Shotsathon should be for the kind assassin. Maybe me and Unpaid Rental should do a drinking dream. What is that? Lathea says they both have some audience or same audience. Is Lathea's drunk? Both love movies. I do enjoy movies. I think Unpaid Rentals loves movies more than I do. He seems like he's more of a cinephile than I am. Like, I like how he's really into horror. Horror scares the crap out of me. Kira said, even as a kid, Chidi couldn't make decisions. Oh my God, you filibustered Recess. Of course, that was a reaction portion that I had. There's no way I was cutting that out of that video. You filibustered Recess. And then he couldn't pick his soup. Oh, Chidi. It's crazy that Jason, I always forget what his real name in the show is. I think it's Jason. Fell in love with Janet. But the episode was so crazy. Everyone was falling in love with everyone. Like no one knew what was going on. Right? The 4 main characters, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then the real Eleanor. Just like a merry-go-round of who's in love with who might be whose soulmate. And it was like, it all made sense. Like Eleanor, oh, I'm usually into idiots, basically. Of course, Jason's probably my soulmate. And then it's just like, nah, probably not. And then, she's talking about Chidi a lot because he's so nice and helped her. And then she's like, oh my God, I love Chidi. And then she figures out, probably not. It would have been funny if Eleanor and Tahani would have been like, are we each other's soulmate? Thea says he wishes he was drunk. Don't talk about fun times. Kira said, take some NyQuil cough syrup. That'll make you feel good before bed. Yeah. Take some NyQuil. Or ZQuil if they have that. Or like one, what's that allergy medication that knocked me out that time? Those little, I think it's little purple one. No, pink. They're little pink. Is it Excedrin? I don't remember, but whew. It's crazy. Althea says, you can't just offer a good idea and not Benadryl. That's it. Excedrin. I'm an idiot. I could be wasted right now. I wish I had a beer. See, I didn't even notice you misspelled it. I could be drunk right now. Oh, God. I wish I had some beers. I don't. We have melatonin. I got a bottle of it right over there. I don't know if it does anything for me. That I would probably have to take more than one. Lethea says his mom bought him. Oh, your mom is sweet. We love Miss Letheus or Mrs. Letheus. Dee 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 dee. Ooh. What's going on Twitter tonight? Nothing crazy. I had to, and this is going to sound weird, but the past couple of years, last year and this year, I was on WNBA Twitter because I was following. Oh my God, WNBA Twitter is out of control. It is terrible. Probably one of the worst sports fandoms. It's like the Wild West. It's crazy. That's all I have to say about that. Like, no one likes each other. Doo-doo-doo. Melatonin is good stuff, says Kira. Letheus says his mom is the best. We all have to visit Letheus' mom. Not like, that didn't sound. That's like a reverse giggity. I didn't mean that to sound that way. But it would be nice to meet her. Bedtime for Letheus. Thanks for hopping on. Now I'm glad that I went on an hour early. At least we got some Letheus time. Kira says she doesn't get sports. Making men chase each other down a field sounds more like Letheus's time of Letheus' kind of pastime. Letheus says you always wanted to do the giggity. Oh man. Sports is a weird thing when you think of it. I was having this conversation with who? With the kind of assassin actually. Like, when you think about what it's, yeah, basketball, baseball, football, it's just 15, 20, 30 men playing a sport. And at some point in time, someone was like, this is professional. And we could probably try to get people to watch this, right? It's like, there's a baseball game going on. How do we get people to watch it? Like, the first professional game must have been crazy. Like, oh, let's go watch these young kids play. Like, when you break it down, it's odd. It always reminds me of the joke, and I don't remember who said it. I don't know if it was Dave Chappelle. I don't think it was. But their bit was like talking about memory lane, like when you were a kid, you played sports and blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, yeah, man, I remember it was like so cool when you were a kid. You collect baseball cards of your heroes, blah, blah, blah. And then something like, does anybody still collect baseball cards, whatever? And people raise their hand. He was like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. When you're a kid collecting baseball cards, you're collecting, you know, pictures of your hero. If you're an adult collecting baseball cards, you're collecting pictures of other men. Basically, I was like, that's a good point. Oh, God. Kira said, seriously, men cannot spank each other's bottoms or jump and hug each other, but in sports, you can get away with anything. Yeah, you ain't wrong. I played sports most of my life, more than half of my life, from like when I was a kid to high school, college, semi-pro. And the funny thing is, like when you play sports at a high level or any level really, it could be little league or even high school. Yeah, something happens, someone gets a hit, you high five them, you slap them in the ass. Like you just do that. But it's funny because when you then just go and play with your friends somewhere, you don't like forget that. So you have to like kind of control yourself, especially when you're playing co-ed. Kira said, now what we need is lesbian mud wrestling just to make it interesting for you guys. I'm pretty sure there is lesbian mud wrestling. I'm pretty sure there is. But yeah, slapping ass. High fives and ass slapping all day. That's sports. Funny. I'm guessing, Kira, you never played sports when you were younger. I don't know if we even actually talked about this, but I feel like maybe True played sports when she was younger. How far am I in Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I am season 6, episode 5. Last episode, no. 2 episodes ago was Gina's last episode. And then I watched the next episode Friday for Patreon. Kira likes to do active things like swimming and used to play some sports, but not anything close to professional. So no ass slapping for you. She's like, not in the sports setting. Let me go see. I have a bad memory, man. The last episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine I watched was, oh, how could I forget? A Tale of Two Bandits, the one with the Pontiac Bandit and his sister. I freaking love the Pontiac Bandit. True says, no sports for her. She did yearbook and school newspaper. No ass slaps for you either. Imagine ass slapping, taking like sports things into like yearbook and stuff. Like you're writing a yearbook page, you're like, good page, slap. That would be crazy. Kira says she thinks women should be allowed to spank other women's bottoms on any given day. To be honest, I feel like women would be okay with that. Like, women just don't want men near them. It's like if like a woman was walking down the street and she felt someone slap her in the ass, she'd be pissed. But if she saw it was another woman, she'd probably be like, oh, hey. Okay. True says, yes. I could call this the ass slap sanctum. Kira says, I say we do the French thing with the kiss on each cheek to say hello or goodbye. You could just slap each cheek. Psh, psh. The way these streams take a turn when Kira gets here, and then usually take another turn when Shira gets here. Funny. Oh. French. Everyone's so friendly. Kira says, America is just too reserved for its own good. We came here to get away from restrictions. Yep. We don't have anything fun. I remember, and this is from college, and it's just something that's one of the funniest things my friend said. And it goes back to what we were talking about, slapping asses in sports. And like the late 90s, obviously different time. We don't use gay as like just like a term to put someone down. Like, stop being like, in the 90s when we were 18, yeah, we said things that are just shouldn't be said. But anyways, I remember again playing sports, but not, just in school, and making baskets, layups, ass slapping. And then we used to have locker rooms that we could use in school. And so after like the games, obviously we would go in there and change, put our, out of our basketball stuff and dry off, and you could take a shower. But I remember one of my friends after the game just was like running around the locker room, still slapping other people's asses. I remember somebody was like, something like, why, like, stop doing the gay or something like that, like pretending. And he said something like, what do you mean doing the gay? I actually do the straight. It's not funny now, but it was just like his timing, like basically saying he's not pretending to be gay, basically. Late 90s. That story was terrible. I'm not very good at telling stories. Yeah, it's like you had to be there. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, excuse me. Also, when it comes to live streaming platforms, none give you more bots than Twitch. Kira says, there was that thing way back about what ear you put an earring on. Oh my God. Yeah. There was so many things. Then I always think about this. Not always, that's an exaggeration. Sometimes I think about this. Like, you see a lot of people who are because of social media, you see a lot of things you shouldn't see because people just say anything. And they're like, I had the worst high school. No girls would talk to me. I always got rejected. Stuff like that. So you kind of reminisce about your own life, and you think about, middle school, high school. And I came up with a thought like, however many times I got rejected, when you're a kid, you're like, oh man, this person does like, they don't like me. They like this kind of guy. They like these guys. They don't like guys like me. But when you're older and you look back, a lot of the girls who turned down a lot of the guys probably just liked girls. And that was it. Like, you don't think of it when you're a kid, but when you're older, you're like, yeah, I mean, obviously you get turned down from girls that just don't like you. But yeah, there probably are a lot that just aren't into dudes. Kira says, wish I could tell those young guys and girls if they're not into you, you're lost. It gets better. Yeah, it's tough when you're a kid. Kira says, yeah, and yeah, the number of same-sex crushes. Because my oldest brother is gay, and I remember he didn't come out. I mean, I kind of knew, and by knowing means you don't really know, but you kind of know, you have a feeling. Can't ever say you like actually knew, but like when he told everybody, I was like, yeah, of course. But yeah, I remember he took a girl to his high school prom. But yeah, I think my grandmother knew too. Kira says, think it was so difficult for them to come out back in the day. Yeah, he's 7 years older than me, I think. So he's like 52. I'm trying to think when it was. The funny thing is, I literally remember the day, not like the date and the year, but I remember when it happened. I remember I had either just come home when I was probably a early teen or mid 15, 16, maybe something like that. I think. I just remember I was walking up the steps and my mom took a phone call. And for some reason, like I knew what had happened. Shira, we missed you. Shira says, who's coming out? Lethius? No, surely you jest. Damn, Shira, we missed you. We were just I was just going off the rails with like odd stories about when I was a kid. Oh, Shira, our Shira. We missed you so much. True says her best friend's daughter just came out as a lesbian. Well, that's good. How old? Well, is she like an older person or younger? I feel like it's easier. Well, it's easier if you have understanding parents, obviously. Wink, wink, and not bigots. Shira says, no boom. Well, Shira, you actually hopped on at the very beginning of the Boomhauer Hour. So he should be on soon. He was on last night when I was playing video games, and he did say, I will see you guys tomorrow. So he should be on. And I've been on for an hour now because the kind assassin is not here. So what do I have to do with my life when I'm all alone? You guys. 17, that's a good age, I think. Even though what people say, like experts, where you usually know way earlier than that, typically. But yeah, I think 17 is a good age. Not that I'm anyone. Kira says, YouTube says you've been on for over an hour. Thought you started a half hour earlier. I started at 6 o'clock today. And the thing that's kind of funny is if you notice the thumbnail does say 6 o'clock. I set that a couple of days ago. And then literally today, because I'm an old man, I was like, you know what? I have a great idea. I'm going to go live at 6 today. When I literally had it planned for like 2 days, I was going live early and I totally forgot. So if I wouldn't have like had a grandpa moment, and I would have been late to my own stream. Do. So yeah, it is me and the ladies tonight. No Chris. Lethius just left. Boomhauer's not here yet. Right now it's 10 o'clock in New York, and that's where the kind assassin is. Like I was saying earlier, she's at a work event, might still be at it, but I don't think she's going to hop in to say hello because her trip is quick. She left early yesterday, got there after work, so didn't really get to work yesterday. Went to bed, woke up, went to work event, and then she's coming back home tomorrow. So I don't think we'll see her on this one. But Shira. Kira said, oh, wow, Shira, it blocked your message, but it's on Steve's screen. Oh, that's so weird. Hooray, my screen. It says, heck, if the politicians have their way, they'll let old men marry young girls. And why would they block that? I don't understand this. I literally have no settings for blocking anything, which could be dangerous, but I don't understand that. And I'm supposed to get a message allowing stuff like that or not, and I don't even get them. I hate this. I did not get any pop-ups. Community moderation. Yeah, this is annoying, dude. Moderation activity? Maybe I need to have moderation activity on. I just put that on. We'll see. Boomhauer, speak of the devil. It's me, Boom, and 3 ladies. Mr. BoomTube. So Shira, Friday was the Shotsathon 2. I think it was for 8 hours. It was me, the kind of sass. Well, the kind of sass was later, but it was me, Lathias, and True pretty much for all of it. And though True did not think I was drunk, I was, and it was fun. We were, yeah, me, True, and Lathias, even though he had to go to bed, we're praying that we got Boom, Shira, and Kira on today. She was a Sally. She was incognito last week into Monday. No interwebs for me. That's good sometimes, though. Sometimes you need the break. Oh, but it was fun. The last 2 hours, the kind assassin commandeered and was playing Coral Island. Oh, yeah. I don't understand why the... I'm going to have to do the YouTube live chat because I don't know why. I don't know why. Let me do this. I just put moderation activity on. I think that's supposed to tell me. So let's try it. Boom. Type what you said before and I'll see if it gives me an alert. Boom says, how are you ladies and you, Steve? I'm doing well. I am doing well. Today is the second day with no kind assassin. She comes back tomorrow. There was, oh yeah, Kira says there was an update for Coral Island. So listen to this. Not that this is anything crazy. I don't know why I prepped it like that. So Coral Island, they updated it 2 days ago and it broke sound effects. So there were some sound effects that never would work. And then today they updated it again, which fixed sound effects. But now sometimes when you play, like when you start, the sound effects are there. But when I went into the cave and then I came out, some of the sound effects were gone. So they're kind of fixing things. And then I think they made the animal sounds louder because now when you milk the cow, you hear the milk hitting the butt, like you really hear it. So I think they're tweaking sounds. When you shaved the lamb, it used to turn pink, like bald. Now it just turns white, like the fur is shorter. Shira says, it's crazy when updates break things. It happens with Sims 4 a lot. Boom says, that's what I typed. I guess, see, look. Another one that shows up on my screen but doesn't show up on YouTube. Runs naked through the chat screaming, customers suck big green donkey dick, runs back to work. I don't understand why it's showing up there, but it's not showing up in YouTube, and it's not. I'm getting mad. Let me I'm going to go to the moderation settings, and I'm going to tell you what it says. We got set preferences for comments, posts, and more. All right. Comments on new videos and posts. Comments are on. Moderation is basic. That means hold potentially inappropriate content. That's fine. Messages in your live chat. Moderation, none. I have no moderation for live chat messages, so I do not know. Should I change it to hold potentially inappropriate and maybe it'll give me... Oh, it's annoying. All right. So I changed it to let me know. I don't know what's going on with this. It's annoying. Kira reads screen. That's funny as heck, Boom. Boom say, that's weird, man. It is very weird. I don't get it. Maybe I'm not popular enough for them to care. Why must they prevent us from expressing ourselves? That is very true. Boom says, more systems of control. Sure, it's only going to get worse. Let Boom run free reign, no limitations. That's what I want. If he wants to run around naked screaming about donkeys and how the customers suck, he should be able to run around naked talking about donkeys and how customers suck. That's what if I could say it, you should be able to type it, right? They're not blocking my words. They are not blocking the words. Oh, man. Trump is a boomer that wants to steal. Oh, here we go. This works better. It says this message is held for review. Show. There we go. That worked perfectly because that one told me I can let it go through, which is weird because before I had no restrictions. He said, stupid Adam and Eve bringing shame to humans. Run naked, run free. How would that have been blocked? Oh my God. This is so weird. There was that funny scene in How I Met Your Mother when Marshall is running around in a flashback in his birthday suit. Oh, Boom and Shira missed the whole conversation, and it's hard to go through it in depth, but basically we're talking about how it should be okay to slap asses. Not like meaning sports, it's fine. Like Kira wants women to be able to slap women's asses like it's French people kissing, both cheeks. Obviously, it's a no-go for men. Men stay away from women. True says, Trump is an Oompa Loompa that wants to steal candy from babies because he's a piece of shit. Let's see if this goes. That went through. That's actually kind of funny that went through. But Kira says, indeed true. I lift my goblet to you, madam. Well said. Oh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if Boom, Shira, and Kira have noticed my little Halloween decorations. Boom's naked. Naked. I wish I had a goblet. I should have bought a goblet. Just for this. Oh, my screen Sanctum goblet. Well, at least now I know. Now I have the setting that it'll tell me when I should be letting things through. Because I hate when it does that, when people are talking and we don't know what's going on. Sheer says, I like the orange lights flashing in the back and the scary jack-o'-lanterns. Thank the kind assassin. She's good at decorating. I really do quite like my little cute ghost, though. Boop. This is boop. 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 And then her idea was I got rid of, well, it's over there, but Claptrap used to be here, but since it's spooky season, we got Oogie Boogie. And then over here is the Hatbox Ghost. You can't really see him, but it's like, spooky stuff. And then right here, the Poison Apple. So we tried. Oh. So tomorrow for work, I think I'm going to wake up at 8 o'clock. Try to leave by 8:30, get to work at 9-ish, even though it doesn't take a half hour. I'll be there before 9. Then I think I have only 80 regular orders. I had 250 yesterday, 150 today. And then I have like 80 tomorrow. So that'll be like a little bit over an hour. So like 9, I'll just say 10:30. I'll be done. And then I could eat lunch. Then I have to go to a warehouse by noon to pick up inventory, which I need to ship. So then I have to come back to the warehouse. So if I get there at noon and they give me my stuff like at noon, I could get back to my warehouse at like 12:15 and probably be done before 1. That would be good. Here's Boom says, nice. The Lego Tie Bomber. That's a fun one. We're going to do that one live at some point. Kira says, what is the picture above the Doctor Strange picture on your right? Is that his Sanctum Sanctorum? Oh, this? Yes, that is the window in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Yep. And then I have this. Since I love me some sequel trilogy, even though you can't see it, it goes there. Shira says, did you know Netflix is pulling The Man from U.N.C.L.E. from this streaming? I honestly didn't even know it was there. I've been wanting to watch it, so I downloaded it. I could have just streamed it, but I have it. Maybe I should do The Man from U.N.C.L.E. as a watch party. Damn, if I would have known, I could have did tonight and did a Man from U.N.C.L.E. watch party tonight. Damn it. I'm guessing that's like a 2.5 hour movie. Kira says, I don't know if that was a popular movie. It wasn't. It flopped at the box office, which is a shame. But I think people liked it. It's just people don't go to the movies. It's going to be interesting. And I know certain things like Avatar, I feel like are going to be fine. I think Avengers is going to be fine. But certain movies like Jurassic, you're going to see a shift where I think if a movie used to make $1 billion, that now they're going to make like 650 to 750, like 700 to 750 million is going to be the new billion. True says, this is better. True is so loving and supportive. Boom says, we're watching a really stupid show called Is It Cake? Oh, I've seen that on the internets. The fascinating part about that is the talent people have to make cake that looks like it might not actually be cake. Between Army Hammer and Cavill, that movie has a lot to admire. Army Hammer. He's the one who was. Well, I don't know because I don't like read this stuff. I just hear what people say, but like he's like kind of gone from everywhere now because he was doing some kind of weird stuff. Maybe not. Yeah, True basically said it. That's basically part of it. Army Hammer eats people. Shearer said, oh, you're on the right track, Steve. He's a weirdo. Oh, man. Celebrities. You're going to wake up these. It's kind of funny. Like being a celebrity must be nuts. Like I've never eaten anybody or tried to eat somebody, but I can't imagine even being like YouTube famous, like just having 100,000 subs or 1,000,000 subs, where a lot of people like know who you are because of that. That's not even close to a level of like Beyonce or Taylor Swift or Henry Cavill or Robert Downey Jr. Like it must be crazy to not be able to go anywhere or, and this has nothing to do with like abuse because there is obviously abuse happens. I'm just saying, really, anybody at any time could make something up. Like, I'm sure like there's somebody who went to college with Robert Downey Jr. Like, it could be a dude who just hates him. And it was like, he assaulted me in college. Like, anyone could say anything. It's crazy. But I'll take the $1 billion. I'll take the $1 million and have to worry about all that. Like some people are like, oh, I could never be a celebrity. I'll deal with it. There's another one. I don't know if it was Jason Momoa. Someone, they asked him, I don't remember the context, but it was like, do you like being rich and famous? And he was like, rich is fine. I could do without the famous. Shearer says, one thing to eat cake and then eat someone's cake, but quite another to literally eat people. Boom says, tastes like pork. Shearer says, haven't heard that. I'm just glad that Armie Hammer didn't eat Timothy Chalamet and call me by your name. I saw JD fans fooking a couch back in college. Dude, how funny is it? And this is because we talk about censorship and the people doing the censorship. You would think that what you just said, Boom, would have been blocked because they don't want you to talk bad about their leader. But that went through. But just saying, screaming and running got blocked. True says she wouldn't mind being rich and famous. I feel like I wouldn't take the rich and I would leave the famous. I think it would be cool for like a week. You know, like even if I was internet famous and someone was like, oh my God, are you Steve from Screen Sanctum? Like, I think that would be cool for like a week or a month. But then like, if it's every time you go out, someone's like coming up to you, it would be interesting, I think. But I don't, for me anyway, I feel like I have that generic face where if someone saw me from far away, you could think I was anyone. Like, damn, did I just see Kevin Federline or whatever, like from far away? I don't have a distinct face where people would be like, oh my God, that's this guy, unless I was wearing this. Boom says, ROFL. I knew he was a leather daddy. Oh, I missed what Kira said. JD likes his pristine leather couches and stealing. So you're saying he does the thing, and I could say this, and you could believe me or not believe me, but I've never done this. But does he do the thing where I think you take a couch, and then you take like a plastic Coke bottle, and then you take a sock, and then you take a rubber band, and you put the bottle in the couch. Like, I think that's what he was doing. Man, if anyone's watching me on Twitch, they must be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? If you didn't know, I'm again testing multi-streaming, but this time with Twitch instead, because I did not know you could do vertical live streaming on Twitch. So I wanted to see what that was all about. So I want to put these cookies away. And the M&Ms I got to put away. I think I'm going to make a microwave burrito. Damn, I wish I had like a mobile camera I could take with me into the kitchen. But I don't. So let me just get some of this. because I'm going to stay on. I don't know how long you all are going to be able to stay with me, but I'm probably going to stay on for a bit. I just need to get some sustenance. Kira says, there's no limit to the things men will try to have intercourse with. No offense to the gentleman in this chat room. I mean, you are not lying. Though, oddly enough, like, I've never done that. I've never even thought about doing that. It's crazy. And then there's so many gadgets you could buy, whether you're a man or a woman. Boom says, vertical live streaming is what Vance calls fucking. I just spit. Did you see that? Oh my God. I think JD just rubbed himself up and down on the couch. Oh my God. I'll be right back. Give me a second. I've just got to throw this freaking microwave food in there. Give me a minute. like we're all assuming that he's the aggressive one. Like maybe the couch is the one, you know? Maybe the couch is a JD fucker. Kira says, I say he puts a paper bag over one side of the couch so he doesn't have to make eye contact. He's the cushion for the pushing. Exactly. I think maybe we're giving him too much credit. Like, that would be a Family Guy cutaway scene. Like, Peter would be like, that reminds me of the one time like I tried to make love to the couch, but and you see like the couch is actually talking and like, come here, Peter, come here, Peter. How did we get here? Who loves hot? Family Guy really does. Really does. I love these little burritos. They have, and it's funny that they think that they're on their side. Craziness. Boom says he does wear eyeliner and he ain't no Trent Reznor or Robert Smith. Yep. That's his gender affirming care. True says he's JD is tattoo from Fantasy Island. That's a good one. Z Plains. Z Couch. Z Couch. What time does everybody have to be up in the morning, by the way? It'll be funny. Secret Service ends up at my door. I saw something on Twitter yesterday where some person, and this is just like the breakdown. I don't know what the hell happened. Basically, he started, I think, Sunday with like 5,000 followers. He tweeted something, and then like the FBI responded or some shit like that, or one of the White House's Twitter accounts. And then he ended the day with like 50,000 subs. Like, I don't know what happened, but it was crazy. True has to wake up at 7. Shira has to be up early, but we'll eat some chocolate to stave off sleepiness. Chocolate? Oh, that's interesting. Chocolate isn't aphrodisiac, though, so be careful. Boom says, now that I think about it, odds are Vance has a Trump stamp. Oh, man. There are things. Oh, Shiri got to be up at 6:30. Damn. There are like things that a lot of people don't think about or understand. Like how the one thing that everyone has heard is like when we say, oh, we just have a difference of opinion. It's not about people's rights. It's about putting pineapple on pizza, right? That's a difference of opinion. You don't like pineapple on pizza? This guy does, right? Not this person should be kidnapped and kicked out of the country. Like that's different. So the thing you said about that made me remember about JD Vance is in sports, you'll have a player like I'll go back to the 2000s. Nobody in New York liked Roger Clemens, right? We hated him. We hoped he got injured every year. We wished ill things upon him, like hated him. But of course, we loved him when he was on the Yankees. Like that's how sports is. You hate this person and it's okay. You're on my team now. Like, we're good. But that's not the same as all the things JD Vance said about Trump like 5 years ago or whatever. And now it's just like, oh, he's a good guy. Yeah, I said he was Hitler once, but I was just kidding. Shearer says unpaid rentals needs to get working on that tramp stamp before his wedding. Oh, shit. Boom says real chocolate has caffeine if memory serves. Shearer says, and his lady makes an honest woman out of him. Kira says, those leaks from the Republican Party is horrible. Vance tried to say they were all young men and need to be forgiven. Ugh. You don't forgive stuff like that. Nope. Cheers says, oh yeah, he was totally against him 5 years or so. Yeah, they were just all the worst. It's just, I don't know how, like, one, if someone hated me that badly, why would I then make him my right-hand man? Like, it's just weird. And I understand also, and I'm not talking about what he said, I'm just saying in general, when you have like the primaries and you have like whoever it is, Hillary, Bernie Sanders, whoever, blah, 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 they're going to say bad things about each other. Like, you have to. The certain, like, I don't say any politician is all good, but no one is Trump. I'm just saying they all are friends. They all get the deal. Like, I have to find something that will swing votes my way. So I'm going to say it. Right. And then when someone wins, like, yeah, then they're back to being friends again. But we understand, like, they're trying to win. So unless you get like personal, like, everyone understands it. But there are people like, oh my God, after all of that, they're talking again. Like, are you an adult? You are correct, Boom. Like, it's just stupid because there are supposed to be rules in place so this doesn't happen. And they just let it happen. It's crazy. I'm just like, who knows what about who, where this is just fine. Because then again, like, you have to remember, if I know that this person is a pedophile, what does that person have on me where I am not going to look into it and I'm going to help that person do whatever they want? What does he have on all these people? Money? Like, is that worth getting extra rich for? Oh shit, I forgot I had my live stream up here. Sheer says, if anyone ever said a fraction of the things they said, their political lives would be over. Dude, remember the dude who just went, yeah, he lost because of that. He lost. Well, I'm not saying only because of that, but once he did that thing, people were like, we can't take this guy seriously just for getting excited. Like, what the hell? That's literally all he did. He was like, he had his speech and then he ended it and went, yeah. Kira said, it's scary how quickly it rolls off their backs and that money gets them all off the hook. I mean, it helps that the Klan are just idiots and they are gullible. Like, that's the only explanation. They are the dumbest people alive. Money and power. Only thing people who already have it really want more of it. almost Sith-like. It is. And then just like lying about things and no one ever very few people check them, fact check them, or just tell them you're lying when everyone should be doing it. Every time they lie, someone should be like, that's a lie. And nobody does it. It's embarrassing. Frickin' embarrassing. Do. Whew. It's because they've all got that type A personality. It all comes back to Star Wars. They gotta be on top. Whoops, wrong sound effect. It's supposed to be this. Use the Force for good and don't kiss your sister. Those are definitely words to live by. Oh. True said, LOL. I could eat like 5 more of those burritos. Is anyone doing anything fun? All right, there we go. Shearer's message is held for review. Let's show it. That was Carrie Fisher, though. I'd have kissed her too. How was that? Yo, YouTube is broken. How is that comment flagged? You're all seeing me the past 2 nights get upset. Last night, I don't get mad, like really mad or angry, but last night on stream playing video games, Boomhauer was like, dude. Maybe because she passed away. If the freaking YouTube chat algorithm considers these factors, yes, we need to be very, very scared. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like I'm going to be up for a while tonight. I'm like a kid when the parents aren't home. I'm just running around the apartment. Woo! Stay up until I pass out. Yesterday, I think I went to bed at like 1:45 just because I didn't want to go to bed. I'm a kid. Steve was about to rage quit his game last night. I was getting frustrated. And the thing is, I always play my games on normal mode. Like, I don't play a hard mode and I don't play easy. But Ghost of Yotei is difficult. I'm like, I was this close to putting it on easy mode. Kira says, well, don't answer the door and make sure to do all your chores before bed. I'll try. Kira says, I'm going to turn in for the night. Ciao, everyone. Have a great week. Thank you for hopping on, Kira. Like I said, we missed you so much. And yeah, hopefully everyone's busyness kind of dips. But can't wait to see you again. Can't wait to see you. Like, we're going to hang out. Can't wait to see you again. Hopefully on Tuesday, or if I play more video games. I just hope easy mode's not easy. That's what I get too scared. I don't like when it's too easy. I think this was the reason why I quit Ghost of Tsushima the first time I played it. I quit for like 1.5 years, and then I was addicted to it after that. Addicted. Ah, man. Sheer says, some games yell at you when you try to turn on easy mode. Do they? Yeah, I will never play difficult mode. It's funny because my motto is like, I don't pay $70 to lose, but I was close. I was close. Oh, excuse me. Boomhauer, I'm guessing since you get out of work, well, I know sometimes you say you do like a 10-hour shift. Let's try to do the math. If you usually get out around 7, and sometimes you do a 10-hour shift, let's say, do you work like 9 to 7? Because no, that would be 10 hours. Do you work like 11 to 7? No. You always get out at 7, right? I don't know. I'm breaking my own brain. Trying to do maths with an S. Alexa, turn on the AC. It'll be funny if there's a lot of people watching and I have to do that and everybody's echoes turn on the air conditioner. That's the goal. I just hit my microphone. Ah. Damn, I got crumbs. Crumbs everywhere. One of my favorite things that I got for electronics, my good friend Bindong, this thing right here for crumbs and dust. It's manual, but it's better than those cans because the cans run out. Obviously, you have to keep buying them. And it's better than going and accidentally spitting on something. I like this. I like it. True says, time to sing a song. Sheer says, don't you also have to allow for a half or an hour lunch? Oh, you do? I did not consider that. Boom says, Central Time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 to 9 with an hour or 2 break depending. On Sunday, 9 to 3 or 4. Damn, so Monday, well, 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 days a week, hence 12, 24, 36. So, okay. Damn, 12 hours cooking. Remember to clean your room, say your prayers before bed, eat your vitamins, all those good things. Ooh. Do you guys all have long commutes to work? Since I do warehouse stuff and the other half is admin, like if I did all admin, I would just work from home. But my warehouse isn't too far. No traffic, it's like 15 minutes. Boom says right around 36 to 40 a week. Sheer says, I thought that was a cleaning device for one's private orifices. I mean, technically, right? Technically, you could probably, again, if only Lethius was here. Orifices. Sometimes I wonder where do these words come from? Boom, 6 miles round trip. That's beautiful. That is nice. True is 15 minutes to get to work for her. That's a sweet spot, I think. My previous job before we went remote, because I was there when COVID started, I was again only like 15 minutes to and from because I was against traffic. And then here I'm also against traffic, so it's not bad. But yeah, for this one, hopefully in the new year, at some point, we could get to a point where I run the warehouse and we have like a junior person actually packing and I do everything else so I don't have to be in the warehouse all the time. That would be cool. Shearer, the light rail takes 30 minutes. Boom says she has 45 minutes each way. That reminds me of when I worked in Manhattan, taking the bus. I think 12 miles sometimes would take me an hour. Boom says, what's a light rail, says the guy from Houston. Yeah, what's a light rail, says the guy from New York and California. The best, Shearer says, believe it's Latin, orificium. Where did they get the word? When I went to France, I got to take their high-speed train. Oh man, that was wonderful. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, it's not working. I should create a graphic that says the Boomhauer hour. So every time Boom shows up, I could play it on the screen. I don't have a lot of skills, so it probably wouldn't be that fancy. Excuse me. Let me see something. I do this. I do this. Yeah, it doesn't show up. That's stupid. Oh, man. It's funny how I've been live for 2 hours and 8 o'clock now feels earlier than when I start at 7 and it's 8 o'clock. I don't get it. Dun, 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 dun. Haven't seen Jay in a while either. I think he was on for a minute last night. Who else? Haven't seen Maori in a while. He was a young kid though. I think he was a teenager. He used to be on, he live streams, I think Marvel Rivals and Apex Legends. Con Artist, I think he was on last week. Yeah. Yep, I haven't had a regular in a while. Got to get them regulars, them reggies. Got to get traffic to the stream. I think I'm going to stop the Twitch one. I didn't really need my test over there to be 2 hours, so that's donezo. Man. Shearer says, it's that kid energy. Mom has left the house, so now you're bouncing around the walls like a Super Ball. You are right. You are goddamn right. I wish I had stuff to show. I don't think I have anything new besides the Lego, and we went through that already. You guys ever watch those like master builder YouTube channels? We found one guy, I cannot believe, and 100,000 subs is a lot. Like 100,000, 150,000 is a lot. This dude, I can't believe he only has 150,000 subs. When we first stumbled across his page, I assumed he had like 1 million. He builds these huge cities from scratch. Huge. Like 5 feet tall by 5 feet wide. It's crazy. And then there's another guy we saw, or person, that does Disneyland attractions, which is pretty cool. He makes them move with like cranks and stuff, but it's not as good as the other guy, because that stuff was crazy. Why is that thing not closing? There we go. Yeah. So there's that. Dun, dun, dun. I don't think I'm eating the second Slim Jim. I'm not in the mood for anything. Like, even if I could teleport myself to a restaurant, I don't know what I want to eat. Oh, something just flew into my eye. Ugh. I think I need to dye my beard soon. Oh, I'm actually dyeing my beard around November 9th, because I'm finally meeting some new people I'm finally meeting people from my job that live in New York that are coming out here. So I'm going to do it probably purple again. Probably. True. I know you said you're going to wait for the stream to end to eat, but it's going on 2 hours. Have you ordered your food? What's everyone doing? Watching TV, playing video games, doing unspeakable things. Sheer, just preparing my bed for sleepy time. My bed is always ready for sleepy time. I can just hop right in it. True is just waiting for it to arrive. Oh man. See, these are the only time I wish I lived in a house is food ordering, where they could just come to my door, leave it at the door, bada bing, bada boom, I got my food. But living in this apartment complex, I have to order it. I have to hope they find the right building, because there's 3 around here. Then I have to go meet them downstairs. First world problems, obviously, but I just wish I could order it and not have to pay $60 worth of fees. Delivery for apartment complexes is indeed a royal pain. Yeah, it's annoying. So, even if I was deciding to go get food, the only thing I think that would be open is Denny's. I don't, like, what would I want? Chicken fingers, maybe? I don't even know. I hate when I'm not in the mood for something. I can't eat when I'm not in the mood for anything. It's so difficult. Though Pizza Hut, fresh Pizza Hut, I think would hit the spot. Not like you order it and it comes in 45 minutes and it sucks. Or fresh Little Caesars. Oh, let's see. Let me see. Shira, are you a fan of Captain Marvel? I think I might do a giveaway for this. I have to find something cool to give away on the website too. Like, I'm not, all the popcorn buckets I have now currently, I'm keeping because I like them all. But maybe when a new big movie comes out, I just buy the popcorn bucket and give it away. But yeah, I'm not getting rid of the Wolverine mouth. Definitely not getting rid of that. Oh shoot, I gotta go to the fucking internet place tomorrow. I forgot about that. I have to find Jamie Miller LeBlanc, because he told me he was going to hook me up. Shira says she liked Carol Danvers more as binary. Check out her photos on the web. It's when she went more cosmic. I wonder if they're going to do Brie Larson as binary. Oh no, they already did Monica Rambeau as alternate binary. That's right. Check your Discord. True is funny. You could have typed that on this chat. Like, I'm not going to take offense to that. I don't know what I'm just trying to keep it moving. If you've seen Austin Powers, trying to keep things moving. I just don't want to sit here not saying anything. So I don't want to bore anyone. But of course, if people are tired and we need to end the live, then I end the live. Maybe I just go in there and then start up again playing video games. You know? Shira says she had her power stolen by Rogue as Miss Marvel. Was basically a normal human. She was experimented on by the Brood and gained her binary power. Damn, that's crazy. Were they experimenting on her to like try to figure out why or how she lost her powers, or were they literally trying to give her powers back? That would be interesting. Boomhauer, where are you? I feel like I also want to do an Austin Powers watch party. The Kind Assassin and I love the first Austin Powers. God, it's so funny. And I also want to watch Disney Robin Hood again. I want to watch Men in Tights again. So many new movies, but just so many old movies too. Shira says the Brood kidnapped her and the X-Men to use as hosts. Think aliens, but her Kree chemistry confused them, so they started experimenting on her. Boom says, sorry, a friend in another state just hit me up that he's now a dad. Oh, congratulations. Congrats to all the parents out there. I will never be one. Don't want to be one. If I were, I would not be here on this live stream right now, probably. Also true, you could type out on YouTube what you asked me. I think it's kind of funny. Does he know who the mom is? Oh, sure. I was trying to think of a quick-witted joke, but I'm never good at quick jokes. But like, he's a dad now. Like, oh, did he just find a child? But that's funny. Does he know who the mom is? Yeah. It's funny that you would think that I would take offense to it. I appreciate that. All your upstanding citizens. I'm just a rambler. I got this power bank. It's a really good one. It was a free gift when you order enough stuff. But it's really good. It has a little kickstand. It's a MagSafe one. Gotta say. In a pinch. I think I should at least have some Pacificos handy when I go live. Just to have a beer or two. Is anybody on here drunk or high right now? That is the question. Two turtle doves and a beer. Sounds like a beer is actually something that would hit the spot. Sheer says, nope, would not be able to wake up if I was drunk or high. Boom says, oh, I'm sizzling. Uh, I'm surprised on my reactions. No one makes fun of my laugh. Man, it's funny. Boom is funny. Hmm. Oh, in Coral Island, I'm not there yet, but the kind assassin opened the area right behind the hot spring. So now she could talk to the panda and all the capybaras. I didn't get there yet. Hopefully soon, but they're so cute. They're adorable. There's a reactor named Alex Hefner who laughs exactly like the dad in Back to the Future. Oh, man. It's funny for me to say that's a deep cut since it's such a popular movie, but I've only seen it like once or twice. And I don't remember. Shira, where were you when you left off, or have you not started? The bugs aren't that bad. The the funny thing is, one, two, like three, I think three times, maybe four, but I think three. The Kind Assassin's game has crashed. Mine has never crashed yet. And then like she gets stuck places. Like I've never gotten stuck. Like she just, I feel like her game has more glitches than mine does. Oh, you erased it. That's funny because I think, don't they let you have multiple saves? Did you play it when the NPCs were just like black outlines? I heard like when it really first started, the NPCs had no faces, they were just like shadows. Can you confirm? And then the other thing, going back to getting stuck, at least in Palia, if you get stuck somewhere in Palia, they have an unstuck button. So you could just go to the settings, click unstuck, and it'll put you right back on the map. I don't know why Coral Island doesn't have it. And I'm still fascinated that the game's not out of like testing after 2 years. Like, it's kind of cool. And they are adding a lot of stuff. But it's still fun. Still fun to me. I'm trying to finish the thing where you have to send like 50 bronze crops because I just started getting bronze crops. Shira says there were fewer NPCs, but it was rough back then. It's a small company, but Coral really needs a lot more people working in their team. That's what I figured. It's going to be interesting though when they add that thing at the next major update where the kids grow up. Because the kids are like 10 years old now. And we all know Coral Island years go fast. It's only 3 seasons of 28 days. So I'm on year 2, but the Kind Assassin is almost on year 4. So like the kids, I think they're like 8 years old or 9 years old or 10 years old now. Like in her game, they would be teenagers already. It's going to be crazy. Because Palia is way cooler. Ooh, burn. I tried to play it again on Switch. It is unplayable on the Switch. And that's when I was like, I'm just going to sell this back. And then I decided just to reboot everything. I deleted everything. I deleted my Animal Crossing island, started that over because I never played anymore. Shear says, heck, Stardew Valley is expecting an update and it's been around for years. I guess games like that really don't matter. Like can you really say a cozy game is done? I guess. I've run around on PlayStation. I got the Kind Assassin to start. I don't think she's going to play, but it's just fun to like, create your character. But I don't think she's going to play it. It's just fun to like create something. But I think maybe eventually I'll get into it. Shira, I don't remember. Do you play Palia? The creator, Eric Barone, has been so dedicated to Stardew, even though he's working on Haunted Chocolatier. That sounds interesting. We just watched the video. It was like the top 10 cozy games coming out in 2026. There's a lot of these games coming out. One of them you could play as a little mouse. Alexa, turn off the AC. Sheer said she tried it. It didn't sit well with me. Those characters are the stuff of nightmares. Oh, man. Yeah, there's a lot of cozy games. Games like that, I don't think I could play too many of them to have to like, I know they're all different, and it might sound hypocritical because like Assassin's Creed is similar to Ghost of Yotei, which is similar to like all these other games that I want to play. You know, they take place in feudal Japan, and I love them and I'll play them all. But for a game like Coral Island, to have to like build and start with no money and build your things and upgrade your crops, like I don't think I could play that many versions of a cozy game. Like Coral Island is my go-to. Paleo would be dope if like all of us played and we were all like linked so we could just play. Like Avatar on crack. Well, a lot of cozy games seem to have so much you need to do. It's stressful. Yeah. Coral Island, I think it's just this one part because like I'm not stressed getting the bronze stuff, like, because you don't have to do it right now. But the kind assassin got to the point where you got to do the underwater crops and you got to get 25, and like that's stressful. You need 25 crops, but to get a seed, you need these crops to make the seed. And even if you have a bronze thing that makes an underwater crop, there's no guarantee you're going to get a bronze version. Like that's fucking crazy, man. Like it's got to be a little bit easier than that. Boom says, be right back. Stay lit, Boom, and come back to us. Yes. But I do love Coral Island. I finally unlocked the locket so I could give it to someone. I don't know who I'm giving it to yet. But I have my I think it's like a top 5. And I don't remember all their names, so if you want me to tell you who's on there, I'll go to the characters and tell you. Shira bought tons and gave them to everyone. Is that something that they patched? Because are you allowed to date that many people? So you could give a locket to anyone, date everyone, but you can only marry one person, I'm guessing. Though we did read on that list, there's going to be a thing that has consequences coming up. So people get jealous. Okay. So this is who I got, and I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. So the character who has the most hearts by 1 for me is Alice. Then next is Yuri. And then it's Alice, Yuri. Where's the other one? I thought, what the hell? I forgot her name, and now I don't even remember Eva. Yeah. Alice, Yuri, Eva, Lily, and Chaim. And then who's the one? Jesus. Where is she? I can't believe, I thought her name started with the H. No. I can't find her. Zara. Those are them. Shira says, unfortunately, you can only marry one, which is strange in the current day. Stardew Valley has great reactions from NPC once you marry one of the many you dated, and if you divorce them, the sparks really fly. Boom, it says, yo. Yeah, I don't know yet in Coral Island if you can get divorced. I'm guessing you can since, what's her name, is divorced in the game already. Alice's sister, Suki. So yeah, and then there's the one who I think is very fishy. Nina is very fishy to me. She left the island, came back, then she drops that she knows my parents. Like there's something fishy about her. Shira said, either divorce or make it look like an accident. Either works for me. Oh my God. And I got to figure out what these people love. Like, wow, Nina loves a lot of juice. That's funny. Most people love like 2 or 3 things. Literally, I'm on the Coral Island wiki, and Nina loves almost every juice. Flower bouquet, yogurt, banana fritter. Shira says she thinks Nina was having an affair with your parents. It's crazy. Though I have to take in consideration that neither I or the kind assassin have got to where we can flirt with the underwater people yet. So that might start something. Because maybe I want to be the prince of down there. Maybe I want to marry the princess and be royalty. You don't know. Maybe that's what I want. That's funny. Denali loves beer. How did she get how does she love beer? There's no beer under there. Where is she getting beer from? Deet, deet, deet. Cool. Shira says the wiki is a lifesaver. It is. Unfortunately, I can't craft a lot of the things that these NPCs love. Some I can, but yeah, I'm close. It's just tough. On a place like Coral Island, do you really want to be locked down in year 2 already? I don't know. I haven't even extended my house yet. I'm still one room, one nice little cozy room. Me and my pup, Ultron. They need 2 to 3 more years of development on that game, though. It needs to be a lot deeper. I, on the other hand, need sleepy time. I think I should probably call it right now and maybe eat something, and maybe I'll play video games at 9. I don't expect anyone to be on, so I don't know if I'm going to stream it. I know True might be up, but I don't know. I might think about it. Maybe no camera. We'll see. But eat something, not someone. You're not Army Hammer. That is comedic timing. That's how you bring it back around. You're special, Shira. Boom says he'll be around for a bit. All right, maybe I'll go. Boom, roll on the floor. I'll probably live stream like directly from my PlayStation, not setting up my capture card and all that shit. So I'll use the microphone and I'll be able to see the chat on the television. So this was fun. All right. So yeah, I'm going to get a snack and then I'll probably hop on. So I'll see you guys. Shira, I'll see you next time. Have a good sleep. Boom and True. Maybe I'll see you on the video game. I'll probably just relax with Coral Island. So peace, guys.